Dun, 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 dun. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Geeky Puppet Show. Today, for what? For X-Men 97, Episode 7, Bright Eyes. And joining me, as always, of course, is Froggy.
Hi, I'm a puppet.
Yes, you are. But we're here today.
I felt I needed to share that.
I'm sure you did. You really stitched those two things together, huh?
Without consent.
I'm a puppet. Of course, consent is questionable. Anyway, we're going to be talking about X-Men 97. Bright Eyes. So we start this episode nice, bright and cheery at a funeral.
Yes. Gambit's funeral, the nice little flowers, everything going on there. But I love that the post that shows of him just throwing the cards around. I was like, this is the most obscure poster, for funeral. And then, of course, it's raining at the cemetery. Everyone's there except for Rogue. Because Rogue is committing war crimes.
Yeah, she's just out there. She breaks into a government facility that's being guarded by the military, a top secret area that's built to withstand the Hulk. Yeah.
Okay. And because who's leading it? Besides, not even the Hulk can get in here?
Your mom.
I told you we weren't going to talk about that.
Okay, I'm sorry. No. Other than your mother, Thunderbolts Ross.
Yes, my dad.
Yeah. What?
It's a long story. I was a young tadpole a long time ago.
Is that where you get your mustache from?
No, that's from my cousin. Froggy Jameson.
How does he feel about Spider-Man?
He says that he loves him, obviously. It's weird.
Strange. Anyway, where were we?
He's
Thunderbolt Ross, yes. He's inside, and Rogue pretty much goes up and says, I want Gyrich.
Yeah, and Gyrich's been moved, and we don't know who are these OTS people and stuff. Because when she finds Gyrich, he goes there and she basically interrogates him, and he's like, hey, I'm not worried. He's smiling. He's got his cool Miranda sunglasses on and stuff. He's just like, you can't do anything to me. It's like your psychic probes from Jean Grey aren't gonna do anything. He's like, Sugar, who said anything about that? And she takes her glove off and basically grabs onto his face, and he screams in pain. Next we know, he's laying in a bed, and he's got the oxygen mask over his face, and you hear the hook up to the EKG monitor. But then we get the first appearance of Bastion.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
Yes. Who's we don't really know much in the show what his purpose is, but we know he's from the Uncanny X-Men comic books, and he was a villain from the future. He's a Sentinel hybrid of a human/Sentinel. And he's a pretty big deal because he's the one that's pulling the strings. He's basically made a deal with Sinister to basically bring in a whole new generation of Sentinels. And so anyway, he becomes there and he basically kills Gyrich because Gyrich, you almost revealed my plans too close. You're a loose end, and basically gets rid of him. Rogue learned from Gyrich, I believe, that he's in Mexico.
Yeah,
Roberto Trask is in Mexico, so she's along the way. So basically, she ends up going down to Mexico, a base down there, and then she it's
the other way around. So her lead to Gyrich was one Mr. Dun dun dun. Pull up the picture. Captain America. When Captain America throws his mighty shield. Well, she tries to oppose, but she didn't yield. Basically, she is gung-ho and saying, no, 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 no. You have the lead. I'm thinking that we need to go now. Are you going to just sit there and wait until the U.S. tells you can?
Yeah, he says his hands are tied. He wants to help, and she's like, and she's just basically she just plays the whole victim card, and so basically said, "Oh, you won't do anything because we're mutants," It's like,
well, she says, "I thought you cared
please.
about the mutant cause. Why aren't you fighting more?" And he's saying that
because
you can't just go to Mexico City wearing a Captain America uniform, just going in gung ho,
start a war.
Yeah,
he's being, We also have Senator Kelly who was talking to Scott Summers about this. He says, like, right now my hands are tied, But he's like, hey, don't worry, I'm not. And Scott's like, oh, whose side are you on? I thought you cared about it. He's like, Scott, would you rather have someone else being president, or would you rather be me being a president and actually helping you in the long run? And then it's just like he's all stressed out. Jean Grey's kind of like they're kind of reconciled. They're kind of healing a little bit,
they're trying to heal because Madeline's most likely dead.
Yes.
They go to Genosha actually because the UN won't give any more aid to go ahead and look for more survivors. And they find one. Who is it? It's a telepath. They rush. They go. And Scott cries because it's not
Madeline.
It is, in fact, Emma Frost.
And she basically has a second evolution where she's able to go into diamond form. Yeah. That's how she survived. So I thought that was kind of interesting too, because at first I was like, wait, I thought she always had a thing. Apparently.
I thought so too.
Yeah. So anyway. So yeah. So he's kind of sad and stuff, and she comforts him, and then they end up having to go to Madripoor, to track down Bolivar, because they get a message on the X-wing
from Bolivar Trask.
Well, yeah, I think is it called the X-wing? What's it called? The Blackbird. Blackbird. That's what it is. Yeah, Bolivar Trask saying, "Come here. I'm over in Madripoor. If you want this, I didn't. I know." He says, "It's Sinister. Use me. Use my DNA. I did not create that thing in there." He's like, you can help stop this madness. They rush there, and they kind of, after Rogue has a disagreement with Captain America, she yeets his shield into the mountains. She's like, she says, if you're not going to help me, then you're not worthy of this. And kind of throws it away. And I'm thinking, they're setting up for X-Men versus Avengers.
When Captain America finds his body.
So I'm thinking that for season 2, that might be the case. They might do that, X-Men versus Avengers.
Maybe.
Because they are putting a lot of stories, group events into one, couple of episodes. They're mixing them up, combining them, shortening them, which is okay. I don't need 30 seasons of this show. I mean, it would be great for you to actually have content there, to review. But, she ends up going to Madripoor Island. Then, on there, and I gotta say real quickly, if you're not reading the current Wolverine Madripoor Nights by Chris Claremont, you need to go check out the little mini-series going on. It's really cool. Captain America, Wolverine, and Black Widow teaming up with Gyrich and Jubilee. It's great. Anyway, so back to the show. The X-Men show up at the place, and they've discovered that these new basically advanced what you're gonna call cyborgs, basically
Sentinels.
Yeah. And they see Bolivar Trask. He's getting ready to jump. He's on a ledge. He has to pay for things, and he actually goes to jumps, and then Rogue catches him, and she's like, is like, what can you? I need to help me find, help me stop all this. He's like, he's like, there's nothing I can do. He's like, oh, I think you're same. So I got nothing. She's like, same. She basically lets him fall to his death. Which, holy crap! I was shocked that nobody said anything that you let him fall, because they were there. They didn't say oh. Eventually later though, it was after he falls. Scott was kind of appalled that she did that. It wasn't Scott. It was Nightcrawler. He's like, we're just murdering people. And he's like, and I love Wolverine's like, she just did what anyone else would have done.
what we've all thought about doing.
Yeah, pretty much. So Wolverine is like, it's like, he's okay with that murder because that's what he does. Yeah, and so, but then we find Bolivar Trask flies up, and he's glowing pink, and he's kind of like a Super Saiyan, almost like this. And he basically turns around, his neck turns all the way around to the back, like an owl, facing to him, and then his body twists around with him. It's revealed that he's actually a new hybrid Sentinel.
Yeah, so basically he died, and that activated his human-Sentinel form.
And so as they're battling him, it was interesting because Jean says she can still sense his consciousness, his mind is in there, inside the thing. But of course,
he has no control.
Yeah, no control whatsoever. They all beat him up, and when it all looks dire, he's taken out by a giant EMP grenade blast. Turn around, it's Cable, and of course, this Jean Grey does a psychic probe without his permission, because that's what she does now. She basically turns people gay or just reads their thoughts. Sorry. That's right, Bobby.
Little brutal there, huh?
Yes. Anyway, so basically, and she's revealed, he's like, oh my gosh, you're Cable. You're Nathan. And he's like, oh, get out of my mind. And then Scott realizes, you see through his ruby quartz glasses, and they have a real moment. He's like, Dad, I don't have time for this shit. We need to go after this villain Bastion, and then stop them, because if we don't stop there, it's the end of the world pretty much. We're gonna save the future. We have to save the past, and basically like every Terminator movie. We don't get to see his feet though as much. Not a good thing, But
there actually is a shot directly with his boots.
Yes, but it's like a very, very small shot. Anyway, so after this, we can see Bastion is talking to Sinister and all that stuff, and saying don't worry. It's like and Sinister's like, you can be proud of this. It's
Bastion reveals to Mr. Sinister a transmission from deep space. What's this? Oh, Charles Xavier was going to be the Emperor. He's still alive?
He basically does his technology. He's able to access this old satellite that the X-Men were using for a while. He repaired it, and he probes in the deep space, and he sees the Shi'ar, and he sees the broadcast that's going on, that the Shi'ar was putting out, that there was going to be a marriage between Charles Xavier. And Sinister is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because they thought they killed him.
Yep. And Bastion says, it seems like the X-Men have been hiding a secret. Oh, sorry. It seems like those muties have been hiding a secret of their own.
Yes.
But
we also know that Charles Xavier is on his way back to Earth.
Well, he doesn't know that.
Yeah. Well, they don't know that, but we know that, though.
We know that.
Yes.
But he says that he has a secret as well.
Yes. So that's going on. So then he leaves there, and then we kind of see something, a surprise, that kind of it wounds me, but I'm also kind of happy too. Magneto is alive in his barbershop, abandoned town. The barbershop, he's got the collar inhibitor on, basically the power dampener. And this guy, it turns out, the purple people eater, everything. He just loves the music, puts a record on, and he basically just starts giving Magneto, who's tied to a chair.
That is Bastion.
Yeah, there's Bastion. Yeah, giving Magneto a shave. And it's just so weird. And what's great about this character, that he actually is, it's played by Theo James. Theo James, you might know, he's from the Divergent series. He was he's the main love interest. And along with Jai Courtney there was on there too as well, but who ended up playing Captain Boomerang. But anyway, Theo James, man, when I first heard his voice, this character, I couldn't tell if they were trying to especially the way his skin colors, they kept playing the Purple Peter. I'm like, is this the Purple Man, but with a different power set? But then I also thought it was like Neil McDonough because of the voice, but actually it's not. It's just Theo James, and it was a nice, pleasant surprise, because I was kind of like, all right, where are we going with Sinister? We got rid of the other group got easily defeated, and then you get a new group, and they're kind of easily defeated too. So I was kind of figuring out where are they going with this. My other big concern, but problem with this reveal is that Magneto's alive, but Gambit's dead.
We know you love Gambit.
Let me finish. You know, pizza felt. Is this really Magneto, or is this a clone of Magneto? And if it's a clone of Magneto, like, why don't they have him under like this program under his control, like like Madeline Pryor was?
Because it's really Magneto.
So if it really is Magneto, that makes me mad because now I don't see Gambit ever coming back.
Well, Gambit was
because
he blew himself up.
No, I understand this, but listen to me though. This is the same crap that we saw with Greg Weisman in Young Justice, season 1, where Wally West basically sacrifices himself to save everyone else, and then he's never brought back.
I like Gambit, okay? But I think you're the only frog that likes Gambit that much.
Actually, no. If you actually go on to the actor who plays Gambit, the voice actor, he has a huge cult following for this guy and for Gambit. People love Gambit.
And are you the main priest of this cult?
I damn well wish I was, man. I'd bring them all here and be like, we're going to hold Gambit sessions every single Wednesday.
When Pixel starts its RPG, I'm surprised you didn't ask to play Gambit.
Who says I'm not?
Oh no. Anyway, though, yeah, no, it is sad that Gambit is gone, but I'm glad that Magneto's going to come back.
Yes, honestly, like I said, that could put a really damper in the show. I mean, as far as the credibility of the show, as far as people, if they don't bring Gambit back, that could put a bizarre taste in people's mouths. And honestly, I do hope they bring Gambit back, but I don't see that happening, and that is a bummer because everybody loves Gambit and Rogue, their interaction. That was the biggest charm seeing in the very first few seasons of the original show, 1992. And then also seeing Wolverine. Those are like the big 3 characters of the show. But also because they had to work it in there, Roberto and Jubilee go to visit his mom. Basically, while they're at Genosha, she's like, you should really go tell your mom with your immunity because, I'm sure your mom would just love it if, get a call. If you could have been here, you could have been one of the bodies here in Genosha that died. And getting that police call saying, oh, your son's really this, but, even basically don't live a lie. And so she convinced him, he goes there, and his mom says, bitch, we already knew. Pretty much. She's got a glass of wine and everything.
You nearly burned down the house like 16 times, son.
Yes. But
But they have to keep hush hush because shareholders do not like mutants.
Yeah, exactly.
Racism.
And then also, Beast gets a little what got Piff? We call it, or yeah. With the reporter that was doing the interview with them originally.
Well, because he does enjoy the reporter's company. He's very friendly with her, and like
off the record, she's definitely got the hots for him. She has.
Yeah, probably.
She tells the camera guy to go away so they can talk properly, and he gets offended and says, "Oh, thank you for tolerating us." And that's clearly not what she meant. He got a little butthurt.
Well, yeah, it's just that's pretty much the world is in a very sensitive place right then and there. I mean, they just had the first country ever that was dedicated to mutant kind go ahead and basically get Sentinel nuked.
Well, and they're also bad because the humans are not supporting them.
The UN's already
it's like, dude, like if they came out fully said we support you, it would start with World War III. Like, certain countries they have to, there's starting like relations they have, or like people don't understand human relations, like even the real world, they're eggshells between countries. Well, we're almost on the brink of World War III at least 3 times in my lifetime. I mean, just the 90s alone, it's like growing up, it's like, there's this, and it's like, you think about it, we've had COVID, we've had like, just several times there's almost been a war or something like event going on, and it's the point, it's just crazy. So but him, and he takes but he, I understand, like, it turned into a race issue.
Which it partially is. I mean, the thing is that mutants, they were to a point of, it was tolerance. It was. And then suddenly Mecha Sentinel came out, destroyed the country, and who's going to help take back these mutants? The countries have already said that there are many countries that are saying that they won't take back the mutants that moved to that country.
I'm just going to say this. Magneto was right.
Well, yeah, pretty much. It's a...
Which was another story that was going through the early 2000s X-Men.
Yeah, and we might be seeing a turning point for the X-Men here soon. But it's still a good episode. This is a really good episode. Another one. I know you get tired of me saying it, but they should just stop making good episodes. Please don't stop making good episodes.
These are all banger episodes.
They're bangers.
Yes. They are magnifique, mon ami.
Yes. It's okay. You can cry into my shoulder, Froggy.
I'm a puppet. We don't cry. Or get
I do. Okay, but we're going to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe.
No, we're not going to ask you. We're not going to ask you. We're going to tell you to.
Do it. No,
you filthy humans. You damn dirty humans.
Oh, no. Get your hands out of me, you damn dirty human. Yes. Anyway, yeah.
Hi, I'm a puppet. I'm in the butt stuff.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel. And check out the Ko-Fi if you can. Check out the comic book readings. We have a lot of fun with those, and we hope you do too. Always be on the lookout for more Geeky Puppet Show content coming to you. But until then, we want to say thank you one last time, and goodbye!
Justice for Gambit!